Okay, mic is working. The stand screen is visible. I am visible. For some reason, I don't know if you guys can see it on my screen. I cannot see my cursor. So, like, for example, I'm moving my mouse around. I have it selected to show the cursor, but it's not. I can't see it. So, it says you've been disabled. I don't know what that means. I haven't changed anything. The curve, no cursor. That's so weird. I have it selected to show the cursor. Well, I guess you don't really need it. You'll be able to see kind of what I'm looking at. Either way, I'm hoping the crop on the stand list is going to hold up. I haven't really tested this a lot. I'm on a browser, obviously. And I have it cropped because... Wow, English. I have it cropped because there's ads all over, and I don't know what kind of ads are going to show up. Because y'all know I turn my personalized ads off, but I get some weird fucking ads. So, did you get banned on Twitch? Have you been causing trouble? Yeah, April, what the hell? Because I haven't touched anything since the last stream, so I didn't ban you or anything. So that's kind of weird. But yeah, so I have two screens going on over on this left side. So we have the stand list, which is going to be in order of part. An appearance, I think. And then, let me see if this... Okay, so then I have a tier maker list, which is cropped so you can't see the top, but that's okay. Oh no, it's too cropped on the side. Shit. You can't see the actual tier because of the ad crop. Fuck. Fuck. Can I get rid of these ads? Is there a way to get rid of this ad? Because I don't want some, like, porn to fucking show up. That's my After Dark extracurricular, acting like a fool on Twitch. Okay, so let me see if I can move this. Hold on. No, I guess I can't without fucking that up. Shit. Hold on. Let me figure this out. Transform. We need to edit the transform. I want to crop out less of the left side, I guess. I guess that's okay. I'm hoping that that's enough. If this thing does not let me unselect, I'm literally gonna scream. Okay. So yeah, so we have three categories. We have somashu up on top. We have what is the Japanese equivalent of pass, which I think is gatsu, which is like to pass over. And then we have, of course, the menacing noise of go 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 go. Which is the symbol that you often see in Jojo art when something is menacing or evil. You see stylized go 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 go. I'm gonna try to cough as minimally as possible. When I turn my head to cough, my avatar is going to freak the fuck out, basically. This probably isn't gonna be a long stream. I don't know if we're probably not gonna do the whole list. So these are all of the Jojo stands as up to, I believe, up to part. Looks like part 8. I might be mistaken, but I believe that's all the way up to part 8. I don't know if it's all the way up to the end of part 8. I have not read part 6, 7, or 8. So, and I haven't started watching part 6 since it's only just started. So we're probably not going to do those. So we're probably going to end most likely around... Well, you can't see my cursor, but around Golden Experience, which is the end of part 5. I don't think we're going to do them all today. I'm probably just going to do like a little short test stream just to see if I can even talk for a prolonged amount of time, because my mouth already feels dry, and I've been drinking tea all morning, so... I would like to figure out why April is banned. Let me see if I can open that without you guys seeing it. Yeah, you guys should be able to see this. Okay, let me see if I can see what the fuck that's about. If I click on your name... Let's see, it says... Oh, nope, that's not the window I want. Oh my god, I hate this. Why can I not get rid of this? No. No. Why is it like this? Why do you do this? Why you like this? Okay, so let's see. So April, it says you were previously subbed for 17 months. You're modded, you're not timed out, you're not banned. obviously, because you're here in chat. Hmm. That's so strange. I have no idea. I'll have to look into it later when I'm not on stream because I don't want to accidentally show my back-end information on stream. But we're gonna jump into it. So I think what we're gonna do is I have this window open so that we can kind of open the information and see the different versions of the stands, because some stands have different versions or different phases. So for those of you, which I don't know about Cap, but I know April does not watch JoJo's, so I'm gonna open these up and we're gonna go in through them and we're just gonna take a quick peek. Now this, I don't know if we want to take stand ability into account. I guess to some degree we have to, right? Also, for context, for those who may be watching this after the fact and don't know me, I am what I jokingly refer to as a monster hugger because I am asexual, but what the internet would commonly refer to as a monster fucker. So the less humanoid, usually the more attractive. But not in like a gross real life way, just in like terms of like aesthetic and stuff. So I'm, as a JoJo watcher, I am only up to part 5. I think I'm about halfway through part 5 right now. I'm up to, in English, what is called the White Ice fight. So we're gonna start with part 3 because JoJo stands monster hugger. I mean, yeah, because I realistically, if these things existed, I would not be fucking any of them. Let's be real, right? Like, just like I would not be fucking any of these fictional characters if they were real, I would not be fucking any of these monsters if they were real. Now, if you don't watch JoJo, a stand does not exist previous to part 3. In JoJo Part 3, the idea of a stand is presented, and stands are essentially the manifestation of someone's fighting spirit. So everyone's stand is totally different, and they all look totally different. Some of them don't have physical forms. Most of them cannot be seen by people who do not have stands themselves, and some stands can be seen and just look like normal objects, and then some don't have an actual physical form, but they just kind of exist as an ability. So it depends on the person in the stand. We'll get through that as we kind of get to them. You'll see a little bit of diversity. Some are very humanoid, some are just like an element. It just depends. So obviously some of them look different as they evolve, and some look different in different parts. So Star Platinum is the first stand we're introduced to in part 3, which is Jotaro Kujo's, JoJo number 3's stand ability. He has an insane amount of speed. We are first introduced to him by his ability to bring things to JoJo in prison. He's able to stop a bullet at point blank range with his hands, and he's a very good puncher. He doesn't really talk. He just uses the phrase "ora ora 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 ora," which is basically like his battle cry. Over here on the right, we can kind of see like now I can see my cursor. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is so weird. But so in the manga, he's mostly kind of purple and gold, and he's humanoid. He looks a lot like Jotaro, only very naked. So that's what he looks like. He's in part 3, part 4, and part 6 in the manga, and as well as the anime. So in the anime, he's a little bit more blue. In part 4 anime, he's blue and purple. In part 6, he's back to kind of being more purple. And then in the OVA, which I have not watched, he's very blue. And then in the film, there's a live action film for JoJo Part 4. Let me open this so that we can see it. I really like how they did the stands for the live action movie. So this is what Star Platinum looks like in the live action movie. And I think they did the stands justice, considering that they are totally ridiculous in the cartoon. To put them in a live action movie and them actually be like decent is pretty impressive. I really liked Star Platinum when I first got introduced to him. And also, as far as I know, all of the stands that have sounds or voices are voiced by their stand user's voice actor. Some of them have filters or are different pitches or have like weird accents on them. But yeah, I like Star Platinum. So in part 3, the stands are not named after music. They are named after tarot cards. So a user of divination will pull a card and then name a stand. So Jotaro's stand is named after the star. And you can kind of see him busting out of prison there. But yeah, so Star Platinum, I definitely think he's going into Smash. All right? Easy Smash. He's humanoid. He's attractive. He's, purple. He's got crazy hair. He makes some really cute expressions if you've never seen Jojo. He's kind of like pure of heart, dumb of ass a little bit. Like, Jotaro is not stupid at all. Like, Jotaro is very smart and very clever. But yeah. So, we're gonna put Star Platinum into Smash. The only bad thing about this website is if I go back, it counts every fucking picture as a separate page. So, like, to go back is kind of annoying. Let's see. List of stands. My internet's being very slow. Next up, we see Muhammad Avdal's stand, which is Magician's Red. And he's another humanoid stand, only he has a phoenix head. So he's basically another buff dude with a chicken head. And usually he's on fire or surrounded by fire because that is his stand power, is to create and control fire. I never saw the OVA version before right now, and holy shit, that is like super 90s. This anime picture is so bad. Like, I don't mind the manga version, but like the anime version looks fucking bad. So I think we're gonna throw Magician Red into I always joke that he's like a self-cooking chicken, but we're gonna put him into pass just because that anime version looks fucking rough. The next stand is gonna be Joseph Joestar as he's gotten older. So Joseph Joestar is the second JoJo from part 2. In part 2, he does not have a stand. He uses Hamon power, which is the abilities from the first 2 parts of JoJo. It's essentially like a breathing technique mixed with absorbing sunlight. So it's kind of like being a Demon Slayer breather before Demon Slayer existed. So as he gets older and Dio is resummoned to the world of the living, the Joestars all start developing stands, which is kind of like the plot of part 3, is that Joseph's daughter, who is an adult married, that's Jotaro's mom, she becomes deathly ill because her body cannot handle the creation of her stand. She becomes deathly ill, and to defeat Dio would save her life and stop the resurrection of this part of their bloodline. So Hermit Purple is older Joseph's, he's like grandpa age at this point, and his stand is kind of a divination stand, only it takes the form of purple thorny vines that he can manipulate out of his hands, like this. We'll look at all the little variations. And yeah, he's basically grandpa age at this point. Now, mind you, young Joseph, very hot. No debate. Very gay, very hot, very dumb. Joseph Joestar is OG himbo material. Now, I am not a tentacle fan, let alone a thorny tentacle fan, so this is an easy pass for me. But basically, in terms of power, Hermit Purple can use things like TVs and Polaroid cameras to divine... Oh. Ah! Am I get... Do I get this for passing on the tentacles? Thank you so much, April, for the $20 tip. Oh my goodness. This is what you get for not letting the tentacles get you, folks. You see that? You bunch of deviants? Thank you so much, April. But yeah, so this is an easy pass for me because tentacle. So we're gonna put him into pass as well. Oop. I think there's 2. Oh, I guess that's technically Dio's. So I don't know if they're the same or if they're considered. Let me see. Is it on the stand list? Oh, I guess it is listed as a different stand. Hierophant Green is Kakyoin. Kakyoin stand. Noriaki Kakyoin. Congrats on having a bit of taste. Thank you. Hierophant Green is another humanoid, kind of robot, alien-looking stand. He can turn into, like, I guess you could consider it, like, I don't know. They list it as tentacles here. I don't know. I mean, it's like threads. But he's another humanoid stand. He kind of looks almost like a Power Ranger villain, in my opinion. But he can turn into... I wonder if there's a picture on here of it. Oh my god, my internet is hardcore busting ass today. So he can shoot like emeralds, emerald energy, and then he can also kind of like do a splash attack. And he can rip things apart and take things into pieces and stuff. He can travel through stuff, it's kind of like alluded to. Jotaro, yeah, describes him as looking like a melon. I like Hierophant Green, so I'm gonna put him in Smash. I just think he's like, you know, for being a humanoid stand, he's quite cute. And Kakyoin, if you don't watch Jojo, I'll pull up Kakyoin. Kakyoin's very cute. He's very popular. He's drawn. So even though all of the early Jojo characters are very masculine, Kakyoin is the member of the boys that is technically the quote unquote the feminine one. And even though he doesn't act girly or feminine in any discernible way by Western standards, in the world of JoJo, despite being this buff-ass motherfucker right here, he's the shortest and has like kind of an hourglass figure with his coat. So they kind of allude to, oh my god, what the fuck is this? I have never seen the OVA version. This is cursed. But yeah, Kakyoin is very popular. When he's first introduced in the show, he paints Jojo and he's actually an enemy turned friend kind of character, which is a big trope in early Jojo. I don't know if that continues in later Jojo, but yeah, Hierophant Green is gonna be up there in the Samashu. Next villain turned best friend is Jean-Pierre Polnareff's stand, which is Silver Chariot. It is alluded that maybe Silver Chariot... So, stands are created in a various amount of ways, so you can either have them genetically, like the Joestars do, or you can have them from being shot by a stand arrow. If you're powerful enough to survive the stand arrow, then your spirit creates a stand. So people that are adults or children or animals can create stands by being stabbed by the stand arrow, which is kind of how Dio creates a lot of stand users. Is he finds people he thinks might be worthy and stabs them with a stand arrow, or has somebody else do it. Ooh, I kind of like the Silver Chariot with the gold pieces. That's kind of cool. So in the manga, in the anime, he's all silver. He is another humanoid kind of knight character. He has a sword. Theoretically, he has a sword for a hand and for feet. This is his full body picture from the anime. He can drop... He has one hand that holds a rapier. But it's alluded to that when Polnareff is de-aged by another stand, that Silver Chariot also becomes young and like a little kid, which was super fucking cute. I mean, I don't know. I like Silver Chariot. I think we're going to drop Silver Chariot into the Samashu. And basically, he's a super fast sword fighter. I mean, he's a ranged combat melee sort of stand. He doesn't really have a ton of super... Like, his super speed and his super precision is like his super ability. The Fool is Iggy's stand. And Iggy's stand is basically... He can make sand mass into a mechanical beast form. And this thing is, like, gigantic, mind you. Like, it's not, like, small. So they're in the desert. He can make sand turn into this battle beast, which is like animal in the front and car in the back. Not my jam. Maybe just me. It's called the Fool. You can kind of see it turning from sand into a giant beast there. So that's kind of an easy pass. First off, we all know Anakin's take on sand, right? We all know we pass on sand. You don't want sand in bed. Nor do you want a car in your bed. I mean, I guess there are people who like cars and probably people who like sand, but I am neither. Let's see. Zawaldo is Dio's stand. Another humanoid design. He's kind of drawn as like kind of a grayish silver with gold armor. Wow, that OVA though. He's back in part 6, kind of with the same design, just drawn in the more modern style. His ability is to stop time for a limited amount of range. The meme around, of course, the world is the sound effect it makes when it does its time-stopping effect. Which I won't play now because it'll probably blast everyone's ears out. I don't particularly, I mean, like, don't mind, like, you know, don't get me wrong, like, when you're watching the fight with the world, like, yeah, that's fucking cool, and the concept of, like, the time stopping is cool. We later find out that, Jotaro is able to use Star Platinum to stop time. It's presumed it's because of the genetics that come from, Jonathan's body, which has been hijacked by Dio, which is why Dio has technically 2 stands. I don't particularly find the design attractive, so we're going to go ahead and just put it into pass. Let's see. Controversial. The World, hard pass. Tower of Grey. I don't know if this is going to show any pictures of what it does, but it's pretty fucking gross. This is probably one of the first stands introduced in part 3 that just made me go like, eh. There's a lot of gross stands that do gross things. So this is kind of like if Alien the movie met a giant fucking beetle. So Tower of Grey has like a mouth within a mouth within a mouth, and it can do like pretty fucking gross shit with that mouth. If I'm not mistaken, it like shoots through a guy's fucking head in the middle of a plane. It's obviously super fast, but again, so yeah, Tower Needle, that's it has a gif of the shooting through the guy's mouth. We'll not hover on that for long. Not my jam. Easy. We're gonna put it under the go, the menacing category, because it's a giant beetle. And, I mean, it's gross. Dark Blue Moon. Let's see. Let's pop open. So it's kind of like a fish monster. It's been a minute, so I'm trying to remember. Like, its regular form, I was kind of like, okay, it has a derpy-ass face like a Pokemon. Let me pull open a picture here so we can get a better look. So it has a derpy-ass face, right? And then it's kind of like a merman, otherwise. And this is its stand user behind there. So, don't get me wrong, derpy-ass face, actually kind of dig it. Its powers, probably not great for doing things. But honestly, I kind of like it. It's like the perfect mix of like a jacked dude and a derpy face. So, I'm kind of on board with that. But I mean, like, look at its big-ass mermaid. It's like a giant mermaid dude. It's got, like, these cool fins on the back. It's muscular. It's got, like, monster feet and monster hands. I'm on board with that. I'm on board. We can get with that. I love that people are lurking for this. Hello, lurkers. Welcome. This is not usually the kind of content I make. So, usually this is a very wholesome kind of stream. But welcome, nonetheless. Let's see. So, what does it have next here? I guess it has Holly's stand, but we never really see Holly's stand. So Holly is Jojo's mom. She's basically unconscious fighting off the stand from killing her. I don't know if it's ever shown in the books what her stand power is. We just see that it's kind of like viney and flowers. like kind of like her father's stand. She does not end up manifesting her stand, so we don't ever actually see it. But again, I'm not into tentacles, so we're putting it in the hard pass. So no thorny flowers for me, thank you. Holly Cujo. Or Holly Joestar, I guess, technically. Let's see. The next one is, I think that's technically Dio's stand, or Jonathan's stand. So, Dio gets beheaded and basically wants his body to be replaced by Jonathan, which is the first Jojo's body. So it is assumed that because he has Joestar blood, that Jonathan would have had a stand if given the ability. We assume it's like Hermit Purple. We're never really seen a full peek into it. I don't believe. Maybe in the books it's shown a little bit more. But yeah, you're basically just shown like a glimpse of a similar to Hermit Purple sort of stand. Again, technically, we're not getting with it. I think it's just listed as like Joestar stand. Let's see. The next one is Strength, which is a ship. So I don't have whatever that kink is where people like fuck vehicles. It's literally like a cargo ship. So easy pass. And it's controlled by a fucking monkey. Yep, you heard that correctly. An orangutan fucking controls Strength, the ship. So 2 for 1 hard pass. Don't like monkeys, don't like ships. Let's see. What's after Strength? Strength is before Ebony Devil. Ebony Devil. Used by Devo the Cursed. I'm trying to remember this one. I think this one was pretty short-lived. Ebony Devil. Oh yeah, it possesses that doll in the hotel room. That's right. This is the doll on the right-hand side that it possesses. It's like a creepy puppet kind of thing, but it's like really gross looking. Got good news? Message me when you're off of here. Ooh, drop me the good news on Discord. I think I can open Discord without before I end streaming. So feel free to message me on there. I can pop that open on the side. I like good news. Good news is always good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna hard pass on Ebony Devil because creepy dolls, but not in a cute way, like in a actually kind of gross way, and it does like some fucked up shit. So we're gonna pass on Ebony Devil. Let's see. I think Yellow Temperance is the next one. So Rubber Soul is the stand user, Yellow Temperance. So Rubber Soul is kind of like, we start getting into a bit of, like musical references, I think, here. Or more musical references. Obviously, Dio's a musical reference, but, so Rubber Soul is the stand user, Yellow Temperance is the actual stand. Let's see. It's kind of a blob. I don't think, I mean, yeah, that's pretty gross. Personally, not a fan. He can use it to like shapeshift, which is kind of, again, if you only know Jojo from memes, the Kakyoin cherry moment where he with the cherry on his tongue, that's technically not Kakyoin, it's actually Yellow Temperance disguised as Kakyoin. So, I mean, as a shapeshifting thing, cool concept. The stand itself is a yellow gross blob. Not a fan of the yellow gross blob thing. So we're going to go ahead and we'll put it under menacing. No, we'll put it under pass. Because it's not really scary, it's just gross. Let's see, the next one is the Hanged Man. Let's see. So he's kind of like, almost looks like a stone mummy. Or a robotic mummy, I guess. He's got like blades. He's kind of just like a dude in like a mummy thong. Not particularly attractive. Oh yeah, he's supposed to be a bandaged ghoul is how it's labeled. And it can attack via reflective surfaces, which is how it attacks the buoys. Thong mummy in concept sounds great, but this particular mummy not so attractive. What is my life? Oh, good luck, April. Good luck. I just read your message. Message me later and let me know how it goes. Yay, good news. Of course, I finally stream and April has good news that has her taking away for a while. But I'm glad you got good news. Alright. Thong Mummy, pass. Sorry, Thong Mummy. Next up is Whole Horses the Emperor, which is literally a gun. That's right, it's just a fucking gun. Nothing comes out of the gun that's magic. The gun itself does not change shape. It's just a gun. I do not have a gun kink, so easy pass for me. Whole Horse, also not attractive. I know lots of people like Whole Horse. Not a fan. At least not aesthetically. To me, he's just like boring, generic white dude in a cowboy hat with a gun. Next up, we're gonna get to the Empress, which, if I'm remembering the Empress correctly, is pretty fucking gross as well. It is a parasite stand, and it grows out of the flesh of its victims, like on its body, and it's pretty fucking disgusting. So, easy pass there. Easy pass on the Empress. Honestly, I think the gross ones that like really fuck me up, I'm gonna put into the menacing category. The next one is the Wheel of Fortune, which is a car. And it's... Well, it's technically not a car. I think it's a soul bound to a car. And it can change its shape based on what's needed. So, like, it ends up being very adaptable. Like, it can make itself so that it can shoot gasoline bullets. It is able to climb up the side of a mountain. Again, not into cars, so easy pass. Oops, I went too far back. Justice. Enya the Hag's stand. It's kind of shown as a fog most of the time. But sometimes it's also shown as like a skeletal crowned puppeteer. Mostly a fog, but sometimes a creepy skull thing. Because basically the fog starts controlling everyone that it's exposed to. So, creepy fog with skeleton puppeteer, pass. Skeleton generic. We're talking level 1 monster here. Creepy fog, also level 1 monster. Mind you, part 3 of Jojo is very monster of the week. That's why there's so many fucking stands. Because every fucking episode, they're fighting another fucking stand user, sometimes more than one stand user. And it's fucking long. Don't get me wrong, I watched all of it, but holy shit, it feels like 8,000 episodes long, and it's not. It's one fucking, technically 2 seasons of a show, and it feels like an eternity. So, this is why people tell people not to, skip parts, because if you start on part 3, you will not watch JoJo. It is too long. Next up, we're getting into Steely Dan's The Lovers, which is a microscopic stand. It's got buggy features, which, again, not my jam. I can kind of pop open a picture here from the anime. Yeah, like, look at this thing. It's got, like, a buggy face. It's kind of humanoid in shape otherwise, but it's kind of like a robot roach. Yeah, not a fan. It goes in your body. It fucks you up. It's kind of like if a stand was a voodoo doll. It's kind of that kind of concept. Not really a fan. Think it's pretty gross. We'll pass on that. The sun is the sun. Well, it's not the sun. It's like a mimic of the sun. But it literally is like if the sun was an enemy stand. So it's literally, you couldn't fuck it if you wanted to. So obviously that's kind of an easy pass because, it's not even an option. And it's just the sun. It's just a giant ball of plasma and light and scorching heat and all that stuff. Welcome to this stream, whatever it has become. We might just do part 3 today, and then, because there's so fucking many. Like, I literally think there's more stands in part 3 than, like, every other fucking part of Jojo. Just because of how many villains there are. Because, mind you, most of these are bad guys. Death 13 is a death clown, but its stand user is a baby. Like a literal baby. So, its design, pretty cool. It's essentially like Death with a giant scythe. It's kind of got robot-y parts. It's kind of floaty. It's absolutely gigantic in scale. But its stand user is a baby. An evil baby. It attacks you in your dreams. It's kind of like Freddy Krueger. It can kill you in your dreams and kill you in real life. It attacks you in your dream. It attacks you in real life. You don't see it when you're awake. You only see it when you're asleep. But yeah, the baby's name, they call it Manish Boy. He's essentially a baby with a stand. He's an ugly ass baby on top of that. That's some ugly ass motherfucking baby, and he is evil as shit. He is evil. You ever think your baby's evil? Manish Boy, just gotta say. So, easy pass. 'Cause baby. Also, because it's voiced by the same, like, voice as the baby, any, like, menacingness, like, that's kind of a... You'd bang the death clown. If you heard it, so, like, it has, like, this, let me see if it's on here. It has, like, a catchphrase that it says a lot. Let me see if it has an audio clip I can click on. Or, I don't want to, like, pull up a YouTube video because we might get, like, copyright striked, but... Oh, it doesn't have an audio clip on the thing. But it says lolly ho, and it says it, like, at the beginning and end of, like, everything it says. But it's a fucking baby. So, imagine this thing, but with a baby voice. Yeah. Like, it takes away all the menacingness of, like, the death clown by having a baby voice. Because it has a literal baby voice. It doesn't have, like, a grown-ass man voice. It's like a goo goo gaga baby voice. Out of a death clown. So, like, if it was maybe, like, a different voice, maybe I'd be all... Or if it was silent. If it was silent. But yeah, ugly-ass baby. This is the anime version. Literally a baby. But he's got, like, fangs, because he's evil. Because that's how anime works. But yeah. He's a fucking shithead. He literally, like, poops on people and stuff. He tries to kill Kakyoin first, but that baby evil as shit, and, people think Kakyoin is crazy because Kakyoin figures out that it's him that has the stand. Because at first they can't figure out what the fuck is happening, and Kakyoin's just, like, having rough sleep and shit. And then he figures out, like, oh, the baby's a stand user, and everyone's like, you fucking crazy asshole. It's a baby. It can't be a stand user. It is a stand user, and it's fucking creepy. Next up is Judgment. Judgment, I'm trying to remember. Judgment is which one? Oh, Judgment's the genie one. Okay, so Judgment is presented as a genie at first, before we know it's a stand, even though obviously it's Jojo. So as a watcher, as a viewer, you know it's a stand. You know it's not a genie. But it appears to Jean-Pierre Polnareff to offer him wishes when they're on an island. And it's kind of like a giant robot. And it's able to grant wishes, but the wishes go horribly evil and wrong and start killing them and shit. So, like, obviously Jean-Pierre's, like, main motivation is his sister who was killed. He wants his sister back, or to at least avenge his sister. So, of course, he wishes for his sister back. Judgment creates a fake, like, recreation of his sister, but it goes horribly wrong. And that's kind of like the sort of power he has. He can make things, but I never really understood his battle cry. His battle cry is "Hail to you," like literally "Hail the number 2 in the letter U," and he says it like when he grants all the wishes. I'm sure there's like a musical reference in there that I'm not familiar with. I don't think it's particularly attractive, and also the ones with super repetitive like battle cries, it gets really annoying when you like watch them. It's weird that they have "Hail to You" on there, but they don't have "Lolly Ho" on there. So easy pass. He looks friendly, but he's not friendly. High Priestess is Midler's stand. Let's see. When it's embodied, it's kind of like this weird ball of fur with a face and arms, which kind of looks like a mask more than a face. You know, part 3 is long when you don't remember half the stand abilities. I know it's small, but Oh yeah, it can turn into metals and minerals and shit. So, yeah, I mean, it's cool looking, but not in that way. So, in terms of the High Priestess, we will pass. Next up, we have Geb. So, in the later part of Jojo Part 3, the enemy stands go from being named after tarot cards to being named after Egyptian gods. So, Geb is the first one in that category. And it's a water stand. So, it kind of is a shapeshifter made out of evil water. So, it can kind of be anything. It's usually seen as a hand. Water hand, I mean, you can do anything with a water hand, right? It's not hot. It's just a hand. Maybe that's just me. I'll pass. Next up is a complicated one. So next up we have Oingo and Boingo. So Oingo and Boingo are brothers. Oingo's stand is Kunum. And Kunum is not an embodied stand as much as it is an inherent ability stand. So Kunum makes it so that Oingo can literally move his body and shapeshift to look like somebody else. Which, the main thing he does with that is he uses it to look like bootleg Jotaro. So we can kind of see here he can change his face. Oingo and Boingo are both, you know, I mean, I'm assuming that Oingo is underage, but we know Boingo is a child for sure. The theory of it obviously could be very useful. Shapeshifter. So I think we'll put that under Smash. The stand itself doesn't look like anything. It's just him. He just has a pure ability, essentially. Boingo's stand is a book. It's a manga. It's a meta joke about manga, and it's once it tells the future always comes true no matter how you try to change it. So it's literally just a book. Not my jam. So Toth will be a pass, just because it's a book. It's a manga. Stop going too far back. After Toth, you have Anubis. For me, so Anubis is actually a pass-along stand. It is a sword. It is bound to a sword. The stand itself looks like Anubis, the god, traditionally, a jackal man. But it is bound to a sword. So the sword itself, pass. Anubis himself, hard smash. You know, he looks like Anubis. He's a dude with a jackal head. But basically, the stand gets passed along between whoever uses the sword. So we're going to go by the actual stand and not the embodiment of the stand, because maybe just me, but not a sword. After Anubis, we have Bastet, or Bastet, which is shown as a light switch, or an electrical outlet. Which sounds weird. Again, you know, these stands start getting really wild when you hit, like, part 4. Part 3 stands are kind of like basic powers, I would say. You know, like, oh, they're super strong, they're super fast, they can stop time, they can teleport, they can shapeshift. This one, if you touch it, you get shocked by it, and then it magnetizes you at an increasing rate. So they magnetize 2 different stand users, and then they magnetize them so much that they can't move or function. They just literally, like, crush together at an immense force. So, I mean, it's a light switch. We never see Bastet as Bast, the actual, like, cat god. You only ever see it as the light switch. So, easy pass, because it's a light switch. The next one's fucked up, right? So Alessi is the stand user. Now, Alessi is generally considered one of the most disgusting, fucked up characters in Jojo. I wouldn't say he's the top fucked up character in Jojo, but he's definitely fucked up. Like, Dio's just an evil dude, but Alessi is like a perverted, fucked up individual. Alessi is fucking gross. His stand de-ages anyone who touches it. And basically it takes the form of a shadow. Like a mutated shadow. And it's named after Set. Or Setan. Or Seitoshin in Japanese. So Set basically looks like an evil shadow. Usually with an axe. It can attack anyone who touches it, de-ages, and the faster it's exposed, the longer you're exposed to the shadow, the faster you de-age. So we are seen by Polnareff trying to save somebody. He gets de-aged to being a small child, so we see this is its effect on Silver Chariot and Polnareff. He de-ages a woman, so I guess trigger warning for gross stuff. I mean, in general, this is JoJo talk, so it's all kind of trigger warning for various stuff. Obviously, I won't show clips of any of it. But basically, he pursues a woman. He de-ages her to being a fetus. And then she dies because she's a fetus exposed to the open air. And they, like, literally show this, right? Like, she's just like a fetus curled up in some clothing. And then she dies. Polnareff is able to save her before, like, she actually, like, fully dies, but it's a fucked up thing, and Alessi himself is just, like, a big-ass fucking pervert, so the physical version, I mean, he's a shadow, I mean, you really can't do anything with that, but it's just fucked up, so I think we're gonna put him in menacing, just because Alessi's a fucked up pervert, the ability's pretty fucked up, so we're gonna do that. Osiris is Darby Sr.'s stand. The Darby brothers are both gamblers in different ways. So Osiris, come on, internet, what are you doing? We're just trying to load a fucking wiki here. My internet is, like, eating shit right now. Hardcore. We're almost to the end of part 3. I think we are gonna end with part 3 today because this is a long one. If my thing will load. Well, Osiris is linked to Daniel Darby, so the older Darby, and he gambles like people in card games and betting and other things. And basically, if you lose, your soul is taken from you and turned into a poker chip. And he has a collection of poker chips that have people's faces on them. Personally, easy pass. The stand's not attractive, the stand user's not attractive, and the ability is just to steal your soul. So, I mean, you know, it's like a Faustian kind of thing. I don't know why my internet is suddenly, like, eating hard shit. Hopefully the stream is doing okay, but the fucking internet is, like, just died. Well, we don't need... I would like to pull up Cream, if nothing else. Pet Shop is a falcon, a guard falcon, and his stand is Horus, which is essentially like a giant stony sand pterodactyl. Again, I feel like that's an easy pass. Atum is Darby Jr.'s. I really wish these would come up. I don't know why my internet is being so poopy all of a sudden. We were doing okay. Now my internet's like slugging along. We'll wait for this to load because I would like to pull up some of these last couple. I want to pull up Atum and Cream at least. I have complicated feelings about Cream, not gonna lie. And I don't really remember Atum aside from his headshot, so I need to see what he looks like. Because it's been a while. I don't know why my internet's not loading this. Let me see if it's just this page or if it's my internet in general. Atum, Jojo. Okay, it's just that page that doesn't want to load. Well, let me pull it up here. It's so weird. It's just the page doesn't want to load. Okay. We'll go into Google Images then. Okay. So, Atum is a humanoid stand. He's got giant hearts on his boobs. He's Darby Jr.'s stand. I think it's a similar power, only Darby Jr. is actually cute, and he plays video games against people. At least in the show he does. But yeah, Atum is pretty cute. He's a buff dude. He's got some, big ol' hourglass hips. He's got hearts. He's got little pink things all over him, like little stripes and stuff. He's got a little cute Scooby-Doo villain face. I think he's pretty cute. Tenor sax is... What's his name? Like Kenny G's. I think his name is Kenny G, right? That's his English name, Kenny G? Yeah. So Kenny G's stand is tenor sax. It's doesn't have a physical form, so we're just going to put it into pass. It's basically just like a teleportation sort of thing. But there's no physical form. It's kind of just like shown as an eerie hallway. So, next up we have Vanilla Ice and Cream. So Vanilla Ice is the stand user, and Cream is the stand. I like Cream. I think it's creepy. Like, in the show, it's definitely, like, horrific. Oh my god, the OVA version is fucking hysterical. Look at this shit. Hold on, let me pull this up. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? No, that's not attractive. But, so in the anime, he kind of swallows himself. He's kind of like a black hole stand. But again, he has, like, hearts on him. He's got, like, this cool, like, 80s, he kind of looks like an 80s He-Man character. He's got fangs. He's got, like, big old yellow eyes. He's got horns on his helmet. He's humanoid, relatively, and basically it can create voids. I don't think I've ever seen its full fucking body before. At least not that I can remember. Usually you kind of see it as just the upper body. But I really like his general, like, when you see him like this, because you also kind of tend to see Vanilla Ice with him. Let me see if we can get Vanilla Ice's page to load. Vanilla Ice is hot. Okay, look at Vanilla Ice. Look at Vanilla Ice, right? Not the fucking rapper from the 90s. But Vanilla Ice, the JoJo character, look at this man. Look at him. He's hot. This man is hot. So, I mean, and then you have them combined. Vanilla Ice and Cream, let's go. I mean, they gave him brown hair in the show, which is weird. But yeah, if you keep blue hair Vanilla Ice, I'm on it. I'm about it. So we're gonna put Vanilla Ice and Cream up in Smash. How often do you hear people talk about smashing Vanilla Ice? Not often. We already did Holly and we did Dio's. So that's part 3, right? So far, got a lot of pass, not gonna lie. I think the early stands are kind of like Araki feeling himself out in terms of like how far he can push some of the more edgy things, because they definitely get more fucked up in parts, 4 and 5 and 6 and everything. I will say, my throat is feeling it, so I think we're gonna call that part 1 of this experiment. We will pick it back up with part 4 stands. So part 4 stands are the next, let's see, 1, 2, about 2.25 rows. So you can see, like, there's way less stands in, like, other parts of JoJo. It gets much more honed. And also, like, some of these stands are split up by multiple forms of the same stand. So, like, Echoes has 3 forms, and it's counted, or technically, I guess, 4 forms. So, because they count the egg. Is the egg form 1 or 2? I think, isn't that form... Let's see, 1, 2, 3... No, okay, so the egg is, like, form 0, and then it has 3 forms after that. So yeah, so it's counting those as separate. And then it's counting, like, pieces of stands as separate, because I wonder if it's counting Bites the Dust as a separate stand. I think it is. So, anyways, that's our Smasher Pass for JoJo Part 3. Thanks for hanging out for this weird experiment. I wanted to see mostly if the new software was going to work for the camera, since y'all know I've been fighting with this software for like a hot minute, and I mean like months. Ever since my computer updated its operating system, all of my old software doesn't work. It would either be like a slideshow and it would just keep freezing, or it wouldn't show up at all, or it just wouldn't connect to the camera for some reason. I paid money for software, I used free software, I went through tech support, I went through Reddit pages, I went through YouTube tutorials. I spent so much time trying to fix the camera problem. So I'm glad to have found a solution. Again, if you're like me and we're having similar issues, or in the future have similar issues, I posted the link on Twitter as to where I got the solution from, because it's not from someone with a lot of views or well advertised. I just was happy to stumble across it purely by chance. But yeah, I think because I'm still sick and I don't want to talk for like 5 hours and not be able to talk tomorrow, I think we're gonna have another stream tomorrow. Depending on if I feel better or worse, we'll probably do a longer stream tomorrow. I just did a lot of work stuff this morning, so I didn't want to push it. But yeah, if my throat's feeling better tomorrow, we'll probably do a longer stream. We'll probably do some gaming tomorrow. Don't worry, we're not going to just do JoJo Smasher Pass every day. But we will continue this. We will at least get up to where I've watched in the show. I don't want to spoil myself too much by going ahead with stands, but I will save this and we will come back to this as like I either watch part 6 or read the books or something. I feel like JoJo's a hard point of entrance when it comes to reading. The show is obviously very accessible, but the books, because it's been running for so long, it's expensive to get them without, doing it in what my friends used to call extra legal ways. I like to support the industry by buying the books, or, getting them at the library or borrowing them off a friend or something. I don't have a friend who has all of JoJo, and it's a lot of books to buy, and right now I don't have the extra money to do that, so I just bought all of Demon Slayer after trying to get those in my hand for a while, so I'm not spending any more money on manga for a second, because books are expensive. If I can find them for super cheap, or if I can find them at the library or something, or like on an online reading service where you like pay per month or something, I would like to read them. But I just don't have the money to drop on like hundreds of books right now. It's just a lot. So one day. Anyways, until then, we're going to call it there for the day. I'm glad the new camera software works. It's a little developer-y. It's definitely backdoory, but it works, which is all that matters. I don't know how it's handling battery-wise, but I'll check that after the stream is over. Thank you so much for hanging out for this little test stream. I'm going to try and figure out why April's sub is not working. And I hope April has good luck with her endeavor. And I will talk to you off stream, April, later. And until then, I will see you guys tomorrow. So have a great day. Take care of each other and yourselves. Johnny. Bye.